Hello Aries, welcome to the Black Hearted Oracle. Before we get started, I'd like to give homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is the third part to a 4-part series called the Rod and Staff Reading. And what this is a general reading that will help you to notice the obstacles and blockages to accessing the energies of 2020. And this is obstacles to walking your path. Let's get started. The first message you have comes from the Shadow and Light deck, and it's Witch at the End of the World, an important end, a new beginning. Storms fly about her. She sits among them, hugging her hourglass, holding everything together till the force creating the change has done its work. When she appears, you will know that something's time has come. There can be no more delaying, for the change has begun. The best thing for you to do now is prepare for this change. Find solutions to challenges that will come up when the change comes. You will be fine. All will be well. There will be a time of seeing chaos and difficulty. If you are prepared and ready to let go and change and let something end, the little witch's countdown will not affect you as it will affect others who refuse to acknowledge that changes are coming and become fearful at their inevitable approach. There is nothing to fear, but plenty to prepare for. You will be safe and very ready to embrace the new world. I hold this hourglass up to you now so that you know that the time for an ending is almost upon us. Don't ignore the signs. They are with you, and it is time to be ready. While you hold on to the old, self-healing will look more like destruction. Experience an important and significant rearrangement in your life on personal or global level or relationships, values and beliefs. There may be a need to be able to live more simply and in harmony with nature. There is nothing to be frightened of, only a voyage to weather. You'll make it through to the other side of the storm. The changes are part of your journey to the 5th dimensional world of a shift to a more peaceful planet where shadows and light are loved and accepted. All is well, all is well, all is well. Now, the second messages. First, we have divine sensuality, making love erotica. And we have adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Third message comes from the Sacred Vision deck, and it's joy, number 18, the Great White Hope. It says, the mind that sees a thou is more understanding and compassionate than the mind that sees an it. We are all a part of the whole, and as such are deserving of mutual respect. The buffalo is the Creator's gift, and the mystical white buffalo the covenant. The Great White Hope is a bringer of joy remembered. As you hold a white buffalo calf sleeping trustfully in your arms, you overflow with gratitude. You understand the compassion of prayer. You understand that your evolution must not be confined to your own learning. For we each have our own song to share. The tiny butterfly of transformation is upon you, but the luminous halo of faith protects you. You know that death, transition, is your ally and your final teacher. Pray for the betterment of wrongs that you see all around on this earth. Painted white, your face symbolizes the trust you have in the goodness of all that lives. Walk in beauty all the days of your life. The fourth message comes from the Abundance Angels, and it's Windfall of Abundance. And it says, an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. The next message is cooperation instead of competition. And it's, what is yours, No one can take it from you. There is no need to compete, and as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Now, the fifth message comes from the Eight of Earth. The Blue Angel deck is what I call it. And it's skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. Now, again, we have a repeat card from your previous video. And it's Snake. And it's sharpened, accurate intuition. It represents thought, wisdom, ambition, transformation, healing, initiation, energy. And we have 27, the Dragonfly. And this is air and water, so this is dealing with your thoughts and your emotions. The power and light, enlightenment, emotional and passionate, illusion and emergence, mental clarity and control, order. And we have 46, the Raccoon. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Wear a mask is needed. Put to sleep what does not work. Transform yourself. Dexterity and disguise. Use a life behind the mask. And your final message comes from the Black-Hearted Oracle. And it's death, taxes, and change are the only guarantees. And it says change is not always easy, but it's most definitely is necessary. We can get stuck in loops of routine stagnancy, resulting in a quiet, steady sadness, living a zombie's life, becoming treadmill robots. If you find yourself in such a plight, take time and look to nature. Nothing in nature is stagnant. All is in flow, always in movement of creation. Nature guarantees one thing, and that is constant change, ebbs and flows, rhythm of motion. The joy is in the coming dawn, the light that breaks through the storm. So please take comfort in the fact that change is guaranteed. So as we can see here, Aries, there's a lot of messages about you not being resistant to change. Fall in love with allowing spirit to take control and not having to figure everything out, not having to know where exactly your path would lead. All you need to do is take the first few steps on the path that you have chosen to make sure that you're going in the right direction, because all of these cards are talking about beautiful transformation in your life. You know, this important end and beginning is a beginning of windfall and of abundance, of you being cooperative instead of competing. So if you're in a state of being competitive, look for cooperation instead. You know, because there's multiple themes here of transformation, of you transforming how you think and how you feel. So in order to access the energies that are coming in 2020, you're going to have to change the way you think. You're going to have to change the way you feel. You're going to have to trust more in guidance of the natural world, in the guidance of spirit, so that you can take full advantage of what looks to be a beautiful future. Now we'll get into the second portion of your message. What we have is trickery. And it says, notice here that there may be manipulation because of fear of being rejected. There is no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for what your true heart's desire, rather than fearing someone else's resentment. During trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. Am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? Dance of scarcity, coveting possessions, vulnerable heart, honest, self-honesty, accusing others, hidden motives, vision, honest, and greed. Those are all key words. Remember that you have to be in a state of cooperation. And you have to learn that to be vulnerable by allowing yourself to drift. When I clarified this, I received the Victory card, the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Passion. New beginnings, birth ideas, new ideas, and creation. So, as you can see, your obstacle is going to be able to get over this trickery. Because if you can adjust the way how you think and feel, you'll be able to receive this victory and get your wish fulfillment. And all that's needed is that you take some time to truly think about what your passions are. The second message is mysticism. And what it says is, this is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it's not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuition, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, journey, intuition, courage, and uncharted. So again, I mean, all these cards are coming back to the same thing. Allowing yourself to be able to drift, not knowing the conclusion of what this is, but knowing that you can overcome whatever it is. You know, this card spoke of sharpened, accurate intuition. So you're going to have to rely on knowing and not knowing. That internal sense of seeing how things will play out even though you have no proof of it. You're going to have to rely so heavily on this, Aries, within this time frame. You have to trust yourself. And we have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. And what I see this saying is that you're going to have to not seek outside of yourself for something, for this opportunity. Because seeking outside of yourself is going to allow you to feel left out in the cold. You're going to have to stand in this Queen of Wands energy, regardless of your gender. We're not speaking of gender, as I always say. We're speaking about energies. You know, you're having a message of an opportunity, but don't seek outside of yourself. You have to go into the internal world. Because the future is so bright. And it's just for you to stand on your path and know this. And do not waver in your faith. Adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. And that has nothing to do with you trusting outside of yourself. You have to allow your higher self to guide you. Now, the next message is acceptance. And it says, innocence and an inability to see one's gifts are indicated, as well as the protection of spirit guides. Good luck and an increase in self-esteem and confidence. A magical box of self-acceptance appears before you. Your unique qualities resides within. Open it. Are things simple now? Cherry Heart invites you to see yourself as complete, just as you are. Am I assessing myself accurately, or am I distorting my reality in a self-defeating way? Can I simply accept myself? New ways of seeing yourself, embracing imperfection, feeling incomplete, selling yourself short, manifesting knowledge and luck. Again, Aries, all of this is saying is that you have to harness your light and your dark energies so that you can be in unison and you don't think that you're lacking of anything. Because if we're coming from a place of lack, we cannot manifest the things that we truly want. We'll just bring more lack into our lives. Now, to clarify, look, these cards are so great. The King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So just your self-acceptance alone will bring in so much abundance because you have everything that you require. It's telling you over and over again. So if you are struggling with self-esteem issues or self-acceptance issues, Aries, right now is the perfect time. It's the perfect time to get over this because the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is the King of Pentacles. This is money coming. This is elevation of money. Come on. If you were in a phase of these not going good, it's a completion of a phase. You have to accept the gifts that you are. You have to. And I'm not telling you from a place of being over you or something like that. That's not the issue. What I'm telling you is that you have to accept where you are in this life. Now, the last message that we have for you is expansion. It says, your life is changing as you move away from an old way of relating to others. New people are entering your life. Relationships may no longer work. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency and personal upliftment. Call upon higher companions to advise you at this time. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical of your dreams. This indicates possible changes in friends. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? Wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, being guided, counseling and connections, progress. So Aries, as we can see here, that with all the changes that is indicated in this reading for you, it's a time of expansion if you're willing to take it. To further clarify, we have the King of Swords, the Strength card, and the High Priestess. So as this card spoke of you having to cut out old friendships and old associations that are no longer vibrating at the same energetic field as you, because we are what we hang around. So if you're with people whose negative energies are dragging you down, that's all that you're going to get. You're going to get more negative energy, and they're going to become vampiric, like energy vampires. So you have to cut these people out of your life. And I don't mean get rid of them out of your life. I mean you have to cut out their effects that they're having on your life so that they can't penetrate your aura. Because there's so much good coming in for you. This reading is just filled with the best of things. So if the only thing for you to do is master your emotions and your energy, which is not always easy, because as we are in constant association with people with different energy fields, and it does rub off on us. Their smut sometimes does rub off. So you're going to have to stand in this King of Swords energy. Have the strength. Be guided by your internal guides. Because as you can see, they're all around you. They're willing to offer you this assistance in order to raise your energies. I pray that this message finds you well. I hope you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.